Hey YouTubers, my name is Justin and thank you for visiting this channel. This video is really an introduction to me and what this channel is about. It's really a journey that I've decided to embark on after watching a Netflix documentary called Food Choices by Michael Sawerski. And it really questioned some of the diet choices that I had been making. I consumed a lot of meat, but I decided to make a change a few weeks ago. And I'm going to try to move myself to a more plant-based diet for a variety of reasons. You know, I'm literally the heaviest I've been in a long time. I have a lot of health issues, including just finishing knee surgery and being diagnosed with carpal tunnel. I am a photographer. I own a business and I have a crew of people. You know, it sucks up a lot of time. Now you add to that I have now a 20-month-old. So this is my motivation. This is my little 20-month-old Belle. And she is really the reason why I want to stay healthy. I want to make sure that I'm around long enough to enjoy her and, you know, be a part of her life. You know, I want to be a good dad and I want to set a good example for her as she grows up. And I want to be active and engaged in her life. I have a wonderful wife. She's very supportive. She's been a great cheerleader for whatever I do. And she is actually the inspiration behind this as well. She suggested that I maybe put out some YouTube videos to keep myself accountable and to put it out there and just see what happens and, you know, see how a community can maybe share some of their things with me. And, you know, maybe I can learn lots of new things, new techniques along my adventures. I've had a knee injury since 2008. I spent time rehabbing it and I spent a lot of time trying to get myself to become active again. I hit a point where I was playing hockey and somebody put me right into the boards and the stability in my knee was just gone. At the end of November, I ended up having knee surgery, and with knee surgery, the surgeon told me that I had extreme arthritis in my knee and that I was likely not to be able to return back to sports such as soccer, football, certain swimming motions, basically anything that a lot of shuffle sports. And so now I'm left with very few things that I can do. Add to that, I was also in a car accident last year in October, which accelerated carpal tunnel syndrome into my hands. And I was recently tested at a lab and they confirmed that particularly my left hand has a moderate case of carpal tunnel and my right hand is a mild case. You know, it really doesn't help because my hands go numb frequently, you know, eating a meal, holding on to things, my grip strengths are down. And so I have a bunch of these health issues. I'm determined not to let that stop me, but I'm also determined to figure out how I can return to at least a normal, you know, lifestyle to some degree. In the middle of last year, I ended up getting some blood work done, just your annual physical. So I had this blood work done and it came back with indicators that some of my key health points may be a little bit off. So one of the key indicators that they mentioned was that I had a high fasting glucose, and then I also tested fairly high for cholesterol and high blood pressure. Being on the cusp of all those things, I don't know if it's too late, but I'm gonna try and I'm gonna see if, you know, changing my diet and the things that I eat and the choices that I make might be able to hold off, you know, whatever is coming, or, you know, be able to reverse some of those problems that my family lineage has. Just before Christmas, I think it's a day or two before Christmas, I weighed myself and it came up to 234 pounds. And that is pretty close to the heaviest I've ever been. That's, I guess, a good benchmark, something for me to start off with. Basically moved right to a plant-based diet. I spent the first 7 days, and in fact, for a few of those days, I actually went completely vegetarian, which was, I thought I would miss meat. I didn't miss meat for those couple of days, but it is only 7 days. Halfway through that week, I weighed myself and I went to 240. So that was a little bit of shock, but, you know, my wife, who works in the medical industry, just kind of reassured me. Says, you know, it could be my body, it's readjusting, it's readapting to this new food. I might have overconsumed some calories trying to make up what my body perceives as a difference to what it is that I eat. Having more meat normally, maybe it was just hungering for some calories or it just felt like not satisfied. So it's just taking some time to adapt. I'm taking her word for it. I won't know. Give me a few more weeks and maybe I'll see a difference. I weighed myself as of the 7th day and I went down to 237. So, you know, from 240 to 237, at least I'm halfway between from when I started to where I've sort of been the biggest. So we'll see what happens in a couple more weeks. I'm sure there's tons of people who really, like, they struggle with this. and they don't have anybody else to support them. As this channel goes on, I'm going to have some videos that are going to showcase some of the recipes that I've discovered or that I've created so that you can make your own choices and when you decide to make a recipe and how you can adjust it, based on the things that I've discovered along my journey. Join me on this journey. Share with me your thoughts. Share with me things and questions that you might want me to explore. And I think that's something that we can all share and then create a channel that can help tons of people around the world reach a better place. So thank you all for getting to this point, and hopefully you find some value in my journey. Please, if you're interested in learning more and finding out and following my journey, subscribe to the channel below. Thank you for watching Stay Healthy Daddy.